just talk about, again, you're from the state, you grew up a Gamecock. What was that like, just watching the evolution of county baseball, and then you get that opportunity the first time to go to Columbia and help build that thing, and just the rush of emotions I have to imagine that was for you?
It was. I grew up here, Prosperity, Newberry County. Went to every football game, baseball game my Uncle Thomas that could get us to. We went to June range baseball camps. So, I mean, that Sarge Fry was such a special place. Back then, high school baseball games, if we'd make it to a high level of the playoffs, you'd play at Sarge Fry. So I had incredible memories. And then when I came back to start grad school, I've told this story so many times. It was really an accident how I got kind of connected. I'd started my master's degree, and at the time you could be a mentor or a tutor, and they would help you with grad school. And I went over in September, and Kay Chandler, who was the lady in charge, told me, well, you have to apply for these in the spring. I said, okay, well, I'll be back in the spring. And as I slowly walked out of her office trying to figure out my next step, she said, hold on, I do have one job. She said, we've hired this new baseball coach, and if you want to try to work with him, you can. He's been kind of tough. And I said, yeah. I said, well, you didn't even ask me. I said, I've been a pro umpire for the last 2 years. I can handle a coach. And, she laughed. I went over. It was obviously Coach Tanner. It was 1996.
Okay.
And he had just been hired. So for 2 years, I worked with the baseball team in the academic department and was a high school baseball coach at my alma mater, Mid Carolina, then Brooklyn Casey. And when that kind of finished up with my master's, I was going to be a high school coach. Had already met my wife, Tracy. We were ready to just kind of rock and roll and be high school coaches. And Coach Tanner said, hey, why don't you try this? I think you'd enjoy being a college coach. And fall of 98, joined his staff. And 23 years later, college baseball coach. So it was fun.